Are you ready for a little Extreme Rules, though?
I mean,
gotta get a little extreme.
It wouldn't be Poughkeepsie without some extreme
It's
rules.
got the history there, right?
Yeah.
You got the ECW history of Poughkeepsie, and we've seen these teams. So Sent to Slaughter, Danny Maff, Shawn Donavan with Josh Shernoff versus Crowbar and Kerr with Vanessa. Now, Sent to Slaughter, brand new tag team champions. We had them go against the Poughkeepsie's own The Now in the last show at Aftershock, and in which they became the inaugural ACW Tag Team Champions. These guys, you don't want to be locked into a cage with them. That's what happened the last match. They locked them in the cage, and anything kind of happened, right? So we have them as the ACW Tag Champs. But now you go against Crowbar and Kerr. You have one guy who's kind of maybe not all there. Crowbar, man. Crowbar is a crazy guy, right? The dude brings his own weapons. He's ready for a fight. Former WCW, former ECW, former guest on the show.
Yeah.
So the man knows what to do. Kerr, you're not just bringing anybody to this match. You're bringing a monster. So now you have. It's another monster. It's like a monster's ball match, if you will. All these guys are beasts, and I would not want to be the other guy in the ring facing off against any one of these guys. But now you add not even just that, now you're adding Extreme Rules on top of this. So now, I mean, some of the first matches we saw with Sent to Slaughter was a tables match, and then a cage match, and now we're having an Extreme Rules match. These guys don't just have a regular way to earn their pay that day. They're going through gauntlets for some of these shows.
What I heard, and again, I heard that they request these types of matches. They don't want just a regular tag team match because they think it's too easy for them.
I'm saying it's
they want to inflict punishment. We saw it, and talk about the future, like who's going to take these titles off of them?
And if you're going to ask me, because I know the Now came up short last show, but now you put these guys against them, another match that's like, it could be anybody. I could see Crowbar and Kerr walking out as new ACW Tag Champs, and I can also see Sent to Slaughter retaining it. And it's one of those matches to where it's not so much that it's a factor of who's going to be the weakest link in the match. It's who's going to get the upper hand in the Extreme Rules, because you could bring tables, chairs, ladders, bats, carts, ECW, anything, signs. Bring your own sign. Back in the day at ECW, people would bring their own road signs and stuff. So I don't think it'll be that extreme because we've got new rules in 2025. But, an Extreme Rules match, I think, adds on top of this to where anything can happen, and it's going to be a dangerous night for these guys.
Yeah, I mean, I saw most of them, last time around, and I feel like there's very few times when you see somebody. When I was a kid, I remember going to Roberts Stadium in Evansville, Indiana, and there was a cage match, and it was Undertaker versus Psycho Sid. So as a kid, Undertaker's music hit, the lights go out, and I literally got chills on the back of my neck. That was more just because of like the ambiance. But when Sent to Slaughter comes down to the ring, I have a similar feeling. It's an uneasy feeling, and I think that's probably what their opponents looking across the ring also have, no matter who it is. And I'm sure the bigger they are, the harder they fall. The Now is not a pushover tag team.
None of the tag teams we've seen in ACW so far have been like the skinny rink-a-dink guys from high school. Like the Now are big guys. Like they're beasts, right? The Sent to Slaughter beasts. Kerr and Crowbar beasts. Like this tag team division that we're seeing here, I think it's a different aspect of tag team wrestling. And I think, growing up with like the Rockers, Demolition or whatnot, and then LOD came on the scene with the spiked shoulder pads, just beasts and just beating up everybody. That's where I kind of associate these guys, where they're like the beasts of the tag team division. And it's a crazy night, man. If you're like tag team wrestling, if you just like wrestling in general, and you kind of want some homage to ECW era or whatnot, this is the match for you, I guess.
And I'm telling you, I'm assuming there aren't too many ringside seats left, but if you are in ringside, you may be going home with some sort of souvenir, whether it's a person flying into the crowd. Like, what a story that you can tell for years and years to come. Get your tickets now. There are some still left.
This
but
is ACW.com.
ACW.com. This is ACW.com. And I am genuinely concerned for anybody's well-being who goes into that ring with Senta Slaughter.
No, and I'll tell you what, though, on the flip side of it, I'm going to have to say, Kerr's going to surprise us. I mean, the man had a great showing in the Poughkeepsie Rumble, picked up Wrecking Ball Legursky like it was nothing. So for him coming into this, I think he's kind of like a secret weapon, if you will, during this Extreme Rules match to where they're going to probably have to tame the beast in order to hold on to their championships.
I think you said it, though. I think that they have to be focused. You got Crowbar, who's definitely a wild card.
Yep.
If they can focus, and then they have a shot. Now, I want everyone, Senta Slaughter, if you're listening to this, I said a shot. I didn't say that they're going to win, but
just give them your home address too, in case they want to.
Sure. It's where are you at these days? So I think that's going to be what it takes. I know they're prepping. I know they're working. They're ready for this, but they honestly have to be single-minded whenever they get into that ring against Senta Slaughter, because if not, we've seen other teams already fall, and I am concerned. And
not to put any anything past Josh Shernoff too, because I mean the last show we saw he brought out handcuffs, and they gave the handcuffs to the team to lock up the Now in the Cage. So I mean keep an eye out on him too, because he's another factor for them. But on the other side too, you got Vanessa. Man, she was doing a Hurricane Rana from the top. I didn't expect that.
No.
So both of their managers, both of who they're coming out with, are also a factor in this match, and I feel like don't count them out, because they're going to add to this match, I think, somehow or some way. And I don't know. I think it's going to be close. I think we could have new tag champs.
I think we hang them from the ceiling in cages to keep them, out of the match. I'm
saying that could be a future match.
Yeah.
You're probably giving them ideas for future shows now.
Sure.
But either way, it's going to be a crazy night.